Mame fa say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
On the 7th of January 2025, program Kessie Ekoso Ewo Omai Ghana, which was the inauguration of the president-elect John Dramani Mahama. Ya na ye sworn into office. Na eno ena aman penifo bi ne mu ebepie mu ewo Ghana. Ebi was military leaders, ebi nso was democratically elected leaders. Na military leaders no omo baako eye Mamadi Doumbouya of Guinea. And after Captain Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso. Na one democratically elected president that will be PM our program Nase was the president of Nigeria, which was Tinubu. Na nipa miensa yi omo baako aspaki controversy after the inauguration program no, which is Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Yeah, o make headlines. Amanfo eche omo adwen afa two things. The outfit and afin so etua na ewo the west side. Eno na yede ehonsem ebremo ene. Ye be subscribe to channel no. Wa bell notification no. Wa share ama afoforo ensa akebi. Na Captain Ibrahim Traoré ne outfit ya raise controversies across the globe no. Al-Wahab reacted to ensema Ghana for eka. Efa answer a two yana ebon the wayside and I feel so no military uniform oshe edeba program na se no ya otwen ya twen eko sewoko the UN chamber ho a omo ma kwan ema some military leaders bi share military uniform eba chamber ho na this a lister Al-Wahab ebo boye ya mepese mesi so amount na amumu baako Sani Abacha na de otoso bienu Muhammad al-Gaddafi, Omar al-Bashir and afeno Obasanjo, Buhari and JJ Rawlings ya all referred to as a normal standard. Say a man pani bi and as I said president bi of a country ever share military uniform no attended an inauguration no or friend no and I said or termen as a normal standard. Oto one nsem no o kasafa etua na ewo Captain Ibrahim Traoré the west side. Ya o de bepie mu ewo program na se esande ko chia the president elect John Dramani Mahama. Ene afenso no the vice president Nana Opoku Agyeman. Na o try say there is nothing wrong with that. Na or say it could happen say na etu na ewo the west side no there was no bullet. And besides that, before say Obeba Ghana no, or Ghana empenimfo security arrangement, ne outfit, ne ammunitions, na appearance, ne everything, ya Obeba no. Na President John Dramani Mahama was more than 300% aware of how obesi Aba program na se. Na Al-Wahab etwan nsem so no, otwen yadwen ekosi. Emre na former President Kufuor Abahemono, the then President of the United States, which was George Bush, PMO ewo Omai Ghana muno. Ghana and the United States signed over 300 security agreements. Ya na agreement ne bi ni say Kufuor ne chief of staff who was Kojo and I say the chief of staff Kojo MPNim ne other executives that omo Kufuor office hono ombe pie na the United States and I said the security of the United States in Omar scanning office to make sure that it is safe. And sana President George Bush enter na Kufuor holding talks. Na esem we ne esem ahodo bi na Al-Wahab edetuja. Ya what say it is normal for Captain Ibrahim Traoré to come in a military uniform and after so etua na ewo the which side no. Na Ghana empenifo aware of how Captain Ibrahim Traoré ebeba program na se. Na me pese mekasa ebewa no. Me pese obeka me ho na yakotie sene Al-Wahab kire na adwen efa Captain Ibrahim Traoré the outfitter or the bar Mahama's inauguration on 7th January 2025. Answer na yebeko no subscribe to channel no bell notification no na share ma afoforo ensa enkebi.
My name is Kwabena Osaju. My final point is in here. Farouk Al-Wahab. Salam alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Amen. Nani na mu wache say?
Mfamu nyashi.
O me fa wo nyashi. David. Ja. Mati za obe special advisor to John Domani. Me mati. Enti me ka.
Baby. You be a continue with
Me the mati.
Sir.
Me the mati.
Okay. You hear the way
and na ye hwese ko be shede bisa o say me pese wo meboa me ma demonstration hefa and I'm in for question. Now back then actually no.
Well, just in the kitchen.
Yeah. Faru 2025. 2025. Who is over Ghana nyehwe?
Is it?
Who fire nyehwe?
I didn't.
Sana ma hu 2025 fire nyehwe.
Sir.
Fire nyehwe.
Sir.
Kano kracho. Let me see. Say make to match check 1 to be what. Let me see. Me o flyer koto hope. Obi say this man is loaded with so much wisdom. Oh dear no, we say Ozu, this will be great. I will listen to you and watch you live. We say Derek money everywhere. We a blogger or say this is fire. Or the Oja we say in there fire. So a lot of messages and I will make us cry there. Abba Nina and they say they have believe in you or more trust or money say we super we great. In 2 days right for Ghana for you. Why? Akwaba. Let's say
very good. I think about you na I feel the drisa me na nyama dia shusha nzaka.
Amen. After 2 days after say the current president is so washa say then appointees kra washa say kakra no me the ekoso then yem shishi na edu so wa sure 100% say it will stay on, the light in the base stay, light will be on intima yensro. Yes indeed also kra wo man call for yem fa ho nche also no be kapa. But Farouk, were you team eba inauguration as
Mama Hobetim Shape.
I didn't tell Mama. When you did.
Oh, yes, I was not feeling too well. And moreover, I would have even coordinated as liaison as I did for 2016 Gabonese government. I had the privilege to do their liaison, not for Ghana, but for Gabon vis-a-vis with Ghana. But now I wasn't too well, and you know, in the public and the heat, and now I wanted to stay back and then get healed for a while. Okay, but that was it. But we follow procedures.
Normally, it's all actually sure. Yes. We will say, yeah, was still doing a bob, go no crash, you use slow motion. I had to teach you the use slow motion all the angles. Who say yes, and it's true. Watching there, we did so who no make.
Yes, I watch it.
Diana, what's your program? Nasen host no episode a year Al-Wahab Farouk. Say, I share the totality, and I said the entire Mahama's inauguration program. Now on money, a reflection. Then a koye, then a hankoye. Na say, and Al-Wahab Farouk. I can't answer.
A koye, Diana, ankoye, young fan started home. And all my organizers in a plaza, no more percentage saying,
oh, you see, we're transition. And a state with transition team and organize inauguration or swearing-in ceremony. And your standard practice Ghana and your more acquire Faso building of the days, and then also more area the seating arrangement, the canopies, etc. More often, it changes from strength to strength. The crowd that is expected coming. I think on the whole, this is one of the investiture this swearing in attracting the biggest crowd of all class. Yeah, to me, my experience, because 2016 then I also watched President Kufuor and Jerry after 19 years of Jerry. That time, the awareness of Ghanaian politics any the swing in a gun of one shed and tears here, papa. We're going to move Shadon will be. And to the President for we're not that kind of a political class, any the informed public in a quiet. President Nana Abdul Danko Akufo-Addo 2016 and President Mahama so come. We saw quite a big crowd, a crowd fine. But this one, in my view, all the 8 governments now, 8 on the 4th Republican, I think so far, that is the most biggest.
All right, so
in terms of crowd.
In terms of crowd.
In terms of
within the country,
yes,
the most biggest.
The biggest.
And first ever 2025 inauguration course, so 21 head of states, and including coup leaders. I mean,
there is nothing called coup leaders, including head of states. Whichever way you see it.
Or head of state.
Say head of states.
All right. Okay.
I've disproved that, and I've told people say we shouldn't be using such kind of.
But when you see them being part of democratical leader,
yes,
inauguration,
yes,
then they catch that.
And chair say we don't understand the whole scenario. Why we don't understand the say? Even in the eyes of the United Nations General Assembly, called the UNGA, UN General Assembly is tolerant and have tolerated military leaders in the UN chamber in a military uniform. Who are those? Sani Abacha went to the UN General Assembly with military uniform. Muammar al-Gaddafi also UN General Assembly with military uniform. Omar Bashir, he has entered the UN General Assembly with military uniform. Are you getting me?
Me too.
Obasanjo, wako UN with military uniform. Buhari, wako bida. Jay Rawlings, he's been there with military uniform. It is something that is a normal standard. Say, be a head of state or a military leader or a country. That country had not gone out of the UN. Whereas even on the block called the African Union, now ECOWAS crime, you had taken out. And I say when your member crime, no recognize, and I say, oh, no, do away with that government. You know? They are still a member state of the UN. When there is a United Nations General Assembly, they go. Do you understand? Now, the host nation, and the Becca said, when now for military uniform, and I'm doing the military uniform, Baba, and I'm giving you the highest, topmost organization of the world, is the UN. That package of 170 countries. So organization, Rebecca said the biggest independent democratic forum of the world. Military leaders at the UCO. Young share Cuba leader Fidel Castro in UN General Assembly of the military uniform the choir. So if Ghana president sway in ceremony, one thing that we do not know, which we are going to take us through, and then you will see Adeka Krabi, and they say, and when Burkina Faso leader, and I say, Bendia of Guinea, and I say Chiani of Niger, and I see Goita of Mali. I saw Iran also or Bagana sway in ceremony. The president-elect, our friends, was is in the position. The president-elect was once a president. Into our friends, our bloc, our friends were ECOWAS, our friends, our African Union. Now the African Union practice, they say, Ghana, like Mozambique, other countries, this year, countries are here elections, African continent. The UN platform, and then also the African Union platform, and then the ECOWAS platform, and then the SADC platform, and the European, the East African platform, and the Central African Union. Only the battle so said, and now Ghana, I win a year election, only sway in on the 7th. President who block no person visit such an investiture, a sway in. Yeah, you can notify, say what direct access allowing your invitation from Ghana government. But so per se African Union also power and now let us know. So they deal with the foreign affairs.
Okay.
And I'm taking you through the protocols.
Okay.
This is very interesting. And we are move free African Union. But we'll be her, His Excellency the President-elect, or now for, let's say, Traore, Traore President Mama Adamfo, off the presidency, and as not on a president. Now, during the campaign, something that you and I and public do not know, say, or canvass for support from the region or friends or region. Why? Because we are concentrating in mind, say, or we near only Burkina Faso Juma, only Chiani Faso Juma, only Mali Faso Juma, but His Excellency is predecessor, and that's Excellency in another government. Now, only a part of the ECOWAS only severe diplomatic relations with these governments.
Because of how
yes. PDS 1, PDS 2, PDS 3 declaration. PDS 1 declaration or the mass indicator say you are turning the table on your ECOWAS or a member. And was suspended the mayor. I mean, you only know say. So therefore, I know President Mahama, any so president-elect, now all your campaign, on so our countries idea will create friendship. Young share on the Gabonese leader. Only now are done for. Also a military leader. And it is a boss or Japan said, may introduce me by inauguration. Branefa in India better here. What does it mean? You canvass for support from the regional leaders and your friends, both on the African continent and outside the continent of Africa. Anything, I say you say, Obi our opposition for 8 years. Now all bad government, all pre-elections, while winning elections, now as many the time Ghana that kind of a crowd, presidential visits will come here, Ghana at 50. Ghana at 50 was the only occasion we had more than 10 to 15 presidents every city here, because that was a historic and it was big. But normal sway India, we been 7, 8, 10, 6, 7. Now this is a catch. Who was the special guest of honor? Tinubu. Ghana and Nigeria, we had that kind of friendship. There was an occasion in Koho, because there was a time Nigeria was where Ghana and Kobe. It became a diplomatic war, which was not possible. That shouldn't have happened. But me my details. Ghana presidency Nigeria, so it's okay. Let us not go there. We are not here to criticize. Well, yes, of course, under the Fourth Republic. Second government or third government or fifth government, it doesn't matter. But what I'm trying to say is, Nigeria is always seen. Ghana, but you hold on. Nigeria is always seen as, say, Ghana a big sister, big brother, and Ghana sees Nigeria big sister, big brother. It is all what your Ghana president swear in, you swear Ghana in. It's a Muslim Nigeria president, the best special guest of honor. Okay. In the case of His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, the first way the special guest of honor was Alassane Ouattara of La Côte d'Ivoire. Why? Because only our woman no be enough for, but no Buhari. But what I say, when the president-elect in the lecture, Obia Opese. We invite him as a special guest of honor. Now let's talk about the president that came. Traore had been a topic on the continent in Ghana. Say, Argentina Traore ba Accra with military uniform.
Obeje
fans in Nigeria say the youthful exuberance, the how all perform with Burkina Faso, and the entourage. And the youthfulness, the energy, the bar, it is just only commonly known. Say, you show me television, so you see the and to see him walking on the land of Ghana, it's so enthusiastic and very nice. One would ask, some are saying, so we see some color in him. One would ask, Argentina na His Excellency Nana the government, MPP government, Traore Makura Bishia Nana Burkina Faso. There's what is called diplomatic trust. That trust, and they say, if we are no on G government, and already in France 4010, already or coup protester say the person will destabilize no musa taking in the government in it down. Following what happened, a fire so far so also to the boss Damiba. And that kind of friction, no, Damiba to Togo. And it is still pushing ahead for them to take off the boy. Therefore, was done also. But it isn't interesting. Isn't it so surprising? Yes, everybody on His Excellency President Mahama. Now I'm telling Ghanaians and say, President Mahama, if you north, the minority tribal settings one north borderland with Burkina Faso. We have the Wangara, we have a lot of Kusasis, some even Mampusi, Bezangas, Gruma. Most of the tribes in the one north at the front tip. They also have the same tribal settings, Moshi and Ko. They are in Burkina. So President Mahama is telling Ghanaians, say, I will not sever the relations with Burkina. Minko phone before or woman to the boy. Even though so a senior man when it comes to presidency, President Mahama is far ahead. Why vice president? Why president? Why with your mission? Why hold you? These are guys only younger, only pe ubia or fan as in role model. So interestingly, between you and I, you'll be shocked. Say on the continent of West Africa, the guy has taken President Mahama as his godfather. That is how the presidential system works. Nanado, or the godfather, as far as African Union is concerned, as far as African bloc is concerned, as far as the international community is concerned. And to one of the opinions so mobile, is he the only person that came? Yeah, the big wig in the person of Paul Kagame. Kagame doesn't go to countries just like that. Paul Kagame, he does not go to certain countries just like that. Ghana 50 Obai. From that time, you look Kagame. So how did he? Certainly, Kagame came. Gabonese president, I brought Odimba. Okay? They okay? I brought him to Nana Danko Akufo-Addo. They swear in. And a Ghana government, Eddie Oseje, former minister of foreign affairs. And I mean, so me the liaison for Gabonese government. Odimba, not on me, that time we were too close to Ghana. But Odimba is American trained. And you know, so there was a discussions. Then he said, okay, you will come. So we throw in the invitation. We throw in the request. Say a Persiaba. Ghana responded diplomatically. Then we liaise up with foreign affairs. So all the details that went through, what went on, I negotiated with the Ghana government. You pay short car for the president. You pay high car. The backup car, you pay Land Cruisers. You pay Land Cruisers. Ghana to be 2 penny the amount. Okay, yes, you pay Biaka home. Or the entourage of 30, security detail of 7. You don't cry weapon and you don't cry weapon and these are what is called diplomatic agreement. It goes through the diplomatic agreements. We do that. And you find out better. Ghana say, Mama, your friend is Kempiski. Okay, your budget room. But I agree say be ayenda. But we notify the state security. Say President Nebano, your friend if you tarmac or say you how bit you catch them. I negotiated. Yavana and Cobb Hotel Ghana allocate here. Because now you are better. But we took him to just behind your prestige. Japan embassy, Korea embassy opposite. A normal apartment. So when we receive him from the airport, or Sergey receive him on behalf of Ghana, me coordinating on behalf of Gabon, we pick him up straight away. Who drives him? I said, I don't know the Ghana. Bema police officer, and Tim Kofa police officer, or a Bema.
I will trust him.
So it's like that.
Okay.
Your friend is saying, what's the name? Personal police station, or motor rider. I'm saying, you, I know you. You be the driver. The bodyguard, Oba, with a young girl, Accra. She was the bodyguard, holding weapon. President's sister at the back on the left, on the right. Then Osage, the host for Ghana, sit on the left. ahead of time we say the Gabonese leader Nebano, yes, Victor Smith was to coordinate for Ghana. Ideally, I would have also be on the Gabonese trail and then do the liaison. But as I said, I wasn't there. But then we coordinate, that is our agreements, you know, a year Juma. Now,
so your mama Kimbiski yes.
Yes, you have to tell the national security. Yes, the national security will be notified because national security would also back up. On the back, your entourage. But the problem that Ghana has is that State Protocol Department, and I'm saying this on authority, is a shame to the country. We don't have CASA, a techie presidential entourage when they are visiting this country. And most of the governments in Oba, Oman high.
High will come here.
Yeah, the fun come here.
Okay. Private.
Yes, Land Cruisers no okay. Now Ghana government will be say Tinubu. Nigeria government Oba. Ghana some allocating Mozambique or some dase rooms saying or some number 30 rooms or some entourage Dawson. And Timisu me pay biaka home. Nigeria can be going to me about 120 rooms because the security detail for 65 big one and sana the ministers and then the foreign ministry near at the protocol from only Dawson and to also be at their account and send one man when they are arriving. Are you getting me? When they are arriving, which route are they using? From the VVIP lounge of the airport, Yeteki Airport, which road? Independence Avenue, straight away to the Nasa or Bakon Hotel, Akoyemi, and Sana Yadinaba, the parade or the grounds. In the case of the Gabon 2016, when we pick him, Yadinaba procedure, and many Gabonese students be shy. We had whatever, and then we had a private meeting with the ambassador Minko from Togo, who was responsible for Ghana, my good self, Yanini Dinkomo. We gave them the details, plus the security, the top security was a Chinese man, Dinkomo. Okay, which is the way? President from her, straight away, we are going to the Independence Square. After the Independence Square, when the president is sworn in between 12:30, bang, 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 yeah. When the president is moving to International Conference Center to receive, to be a host of all the presidents in Abana, will be at 10 minutes, 12 minutes, tete-a-tete. I want to go greeting, I had them, I was well. So we usher him in. From then, straight away, we didn't take the president to Prestige. The rooms that we took, hotel from Hallelujah, and yes, that's why you timidly near the rooms we require the chair for them to make use of it. Straight away, near Janukwan.
Now, Al-Wahab Farouk Etwa Nesemson or reacted to a Etua na ewo Captain Ibrahim Traore. The west side, Eka and Sembebri Efahon. Yeah, or just say there is nothing wrong with that because NDC and our friends, John Dramani Mahama, the organizers of the program, now are aware how Captain Ibrahim Traore is going to appear in a program. So we'll be correct too. So the arms beba. The number of people on Beba and near or the Beba program na see now President John Dramani Mahama aware.
The issue for Ghanaians, which is an interesting thing, is we will say or producer or then in search and say gun. Baba,
your problem at Ghana will be a Kahwase.
About your Ghana are born.
I didn't tell you.
You're born, sir. There's always an agreement of a visiting president. And the president, most of them, they have what is called president's signature. The signature has to do. Say, Obano, a walking stick in the corner. And Kodimba say, Netuno, Bibano, Yidibana, and a walking stick in the president and Yususwa, and also the Kenya weapon. It is not like that. There are certain agreements that the state does not come and farm a toho. Why? And they say, it could even be, I'm just saying, without just revealing what could have been the situation. Only Burkina Bay, you're inviting so on. Now Ghana at the security protocols at the Abetoho. When the security protocols in that way, no counter security protocols. President ever share the military uniform because he's still in the revolution.
Okay.
Which is not against the law. bar or the entourage of 200 and 20 people. 10 of them are armed. Ombekra assault rifles. Rifles no mode ban. Onkra Kafenikov 5. AK-47 20 Brent 5. Scorpion CZ Cheska Zebrowska weapon Ekra 8. It's a weapon the crown of the Dinachin AD-33. The president himself is holding 2 pistols. The 2 pistols, maybe 9mm made by Cheska. All these details in also please let's learn.
Yo, me too. Bro.
All these details in security details, which is called the protocols. Protocols under the Ghana government ahead of time. 1 month. Ghana steady. Now Ghana accountants. Oh, Mr. President Traore, head of state. You claim for this issue. Until Yabama adequate military backup as your security. Ghana Army. No, we soldiers in 3 and 5 they be correct me cry assault rifle. Wow, weapon. We bet him their ball. Obi a patcho discharge bullet in the film.
Okay.
Which is a way idea. You're the Bible to public. And that's a bullet in the Baba. Now we're talking about what is called confidence. The confidence here is that President Mahama, any guy, Traore, only a good friendship. If the President Mahama trusted the person visiting him with a weapon, and the boy has indicated, what said the whole world, all call Russia, about the pistol, and the signature and person who home. And out of extreme, and it's not out of bounds. Martin said, we are afraid we program the question. People should learn from this. Say security experts. I don't know the man can't once because maybe they are in Kahu. No, maybe in Kahu, Obiako school different. And no woman can a Saba Kwakal Saba Debe, Saba Tretin. Yes, I'm Neka. We are talking about diplomacy, agreements, any protocols when it comes to presidential visit. What we need Jumano and Kokana some good word massy. Whether you're a lecturer, you're a professor, whether you're a cyber, whatever, again, don't go there, don't talk. We'll be forced to talk. And a good number of them were talking blah 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 blah. When I say, hey, into a quarter class, we could jump crying in my dear another children. No, there's nothing it's not your field. You're great, protocols. Ghana signing, foreign affairs will copy, set protocol will copy. Ghana Air Force will copy, including where the aircraft now they ban, they do a packing, including aircraft now they ban, the securities on board. No man so. Tinubu flight or the buy. Nigeria by we have 14 armed officers from Nigeria Air Force. The pilot of Nigeria got the president, a soldier. You must be in uniform. What I say. They are not come or flying on 2 days. You are doing only a madam about my last more than 2. Why am I down for? Tunde was a military, he flies Buhari as an Air Force. When the flight in BCA, soldiers in Messi, only Ghana Air Force, because alien soldier on the land of Ghana. But agreements in also. Ghana military, Ghana Air Force, you are aware. Some flight near Tinubu, 14 armed men or so. Only never died the flight, Only flight in see what Tinubu TC a man red carpet to be a film. Pilots, 2.
Top radio back.
Ne friends say air hostess. And I see what. Now ya peja you. Ya do mu ko. Abia president ko no. We mo ko juma ho mo ko hotel. Na 14 army no. O mesi from. O ma yem bench our aircraft na se. O guard plane ko pin say president Besaba. O the plane na se no da. O to Independence Square. We need the course ho. Pokadami the plane so no near guard the nko airport nko bisa wo mu. This is what is called agreement amoye. Actually na and idea for public consumption say you be chere. In the Traore by the tune crown, it was part and parcel of the diplomatic agreement.
The president of Ghana that time, John Dramani Mahama,
yes,
aware.
is
they dress everything
only be ahead of time.
Okay.
Only be ahead of time.
Okay.
Now there's something
including your security.
aware.
Okay.
But then you be some sort of catch up because they don't owe you say Babaka Sassanatro.
Okay.
Shabia.
Al-Wahab Farouk Etwan and Samson or Kasafa, a dear Captain Ibrahim, a year, a bra, not Okochayan Vice President, J. Nana Opoku Ajimi. Yeah, or describe it, the situation as a where culture meets diplomacy. Or just a Burkina Faso, and then after some tribes. Yeah, over some tribes, or just a Omama Rebun, Omon Sheche, and Chia Omomabe. Now, Captain Ibrahim Tori. So Jane Nana Opoku Ajima as the man. Entina Otu Nekepa. Na say Anna Al-Wahab Farouk Echere and Sem.
Travel Ochia president here, no vice president, no Kochiano. Otu Nekep.
Direct
To a year for the first time. What does it mean? It is a contest between where diplomacy meets culture. Where diplomacy meets culture means that Onono in the Boshi Burkina Bay, Oba at the Mami. And to go to a vice president, a woman vice president, at that point on the mind of Traore, he was going to greet his mother. In Burkina tribe, in Moshi tribe, Bambara tribe, Fulani tribe, name all of them. Obiano was Sheche, Edukochiani Mami.
Okay.
And then the culture is that you use your left hand, and it's the Igbo also. Igbo tribe. You have to see a tribe in attraction, you catch them, or the inside left to me, they teach them, or the right to me, the chair. That is what exactly he did.
Because now on social media, man for say, Obi ayan to about manokrano, o kochian, where you obere tonight, Asha will say, Achia is him. You do speak of parliament tonight, Wamanu Blue.
Wamanu Blue, yes.
Or call your friend and say, President to Sasha Nature.
Yes. Only you know, Chia the Uncle Bema. In under the normal French, which are managers of President Mahama diplomatically.
You know, live on Facebook now. Watch pictures, you know, a flow or no many your friends at TikTok. So
managers of President Mahama mention diplomatically or Chia French for now. You go with your head. You head with the left, you head with the right, and then you head with the forehead. And then the French way, or you do shoulder and then head. I'm saying, President, I don't be giving common. But what you say?
Clear. Point is so same.
Yes.
Person na about
20 krana.
And the signature.
And the signature.
Possibility say na.
High.
Okay.
But then no Ghana government, including His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana today, President Mahama, was more than 300 times aware. Yeah, the protocol of every president be in this agreement. But I can also tell you, say, there have been counter of them. You feel and also your counter TSC. So we agree. So we know the president now Obano.
In fact, remember Munga say, maybe I'm not paying or mobile fire.
Yes.
Tamwa, who said normally. Cars and a bar, Papa now cast off France, Burkina Bay president.
Well, wrong.
Or
also preference.
It's maybe preferences are. Who's a Tibu Ramuno? Can a bar, your friend is not so straight. 81 or year day, a lot of them, head of state in the Bay, cars and year day, a do the president in the Timor, Oko Street. But when you do one day, or stop here, and now, or see, and no nanti from a children sana obi room. A hona France in shares says now ne crofo na edi na chiri so a obi kura aso osa agbaja o hu ne na so hu Ghana military bia military police for you to say can we there but mo as small boys bi e na mo share mo ntade na pistol ni kuto tu ankasa so ye de e kuto ntuta o true say so mo kwotena sem o mo ma be 6 of them e free na chi e na mo ja 2 and another kukuta ne bag. Yes,
I mean
bag no ko no samba ba.
And an Eddie camp.
Lady camp no there a later. Omo man ni beji na actually. Baby okota na fe ase ho na obia attention e den. Ewo. Is it because like you said, kwan of Faso be president. Ne signature baby atu no bo. And I say omo color uniform na how na siti na Ghana for ina say ye boje ne so ana say why something extraordinary.
Ghana for showmanship. Now the same thing in Ghana near the Thomas Sankara. France for Bufuya. Na Sankara baje ho. oba Jerry home fi say no tilted towards English. Na Ghana and Jerry not on the mind of the French. Jerry was the motivating factor. Onikuno ebina Valentine Strasser edi AFRC the same concept called Sierra Leone. What I say edi two Joseph Momo Strasser had that time at the age of 25. The vice president side beside the age of 23 in the 90s. You know, they were also having that kind of fun. Into a country a pedama showmanship.
Al-Wahab Farouk Etwa Nensem Sono Kasafa over 300 security agreement. President Bush and the former President Kufuor Esane Abrana President Bush Epese or visit Ghana.
But let me clear here something that would be very clear on the mind of Ghana said. Or did you now the Bahana who did American President Bush Ebesia President Kufuor our Republic of Ghana in the mid-2000s. President Bush Ebesia President Kufuor American protocols when you should be over 300 agreements 300 agreements security protocols only the bekoni na pepe sign bibia pepe.
Wow.
Obetiasia obeba ontiasia omma entimaminka ketua di nchiramo President Bush besa Ghana obesa President Kufuor part of the controversial protocols security protocols not part of it President Kufuor must allow what he has submitted to say must allow say Sakobasa President Bush presidency castle usu then President Kufuor office no team any chief of staff ko jempienu any executive auxiliary staffs na omo ho no say executive floor no America for best scanning
yeti ekwemu no
oba scanning every room and the President Kufuor has to step out from his own office and no CIA dogs echo inside echo scanning it's an agreement President Kufuor tiase na opeso chese hu bienu bibitimaba Ghana signs agreement in dada into a buyer from airport anytime now no question President Kufuor the US president have to sit in his car not the US military CIA FBI presidential protection force
but Ebasa is there a way as a person Obaka so you okay with it but your security never say no yempe
your security no why the head of state is the president. Who is the commander in chief? Is that not the president?
Yeah.
The agreement is sent to the president to review national security behind there, Bureau of National Intelligence, then military intelligence, the MIs, only security company in share community no more deciding near the briefings and combat president. Near the agreement natural protocols natural presidents where the Metias, where the Mintias, ye boxer, and send a US ambassador. No, I send the Commerce State Department, and send a trip on Kwabisi. Part of the American agreement, 2 hours. 2 hours before the US president Besi the Ghana airspace, 267,000 kilometers square of this country, the airspace in must be clear. No flight in, no flight out. 2 hours. Now, ahead of that, let's see what protocol means. Ahead of that, Ghana your radar will see airport. Yemi in West Africa, not even Lagos. Yemi what the farthest and the longest radar. Flight to Abuja and to Lagos. Ghana radar to me pick over 600 miles away. Yet me pick up to Mali. Yet me pick up to Ouagadougou. Yet me pick it to Abidjan. Majority was there. Enti American phone and kasa by radar control ho. And betina ho. And Ghana radar monitors net ho. Said making sure say flight biama. That are not bush no. Africa no nam be Morocco. Enam Sahel. Ebefa your friend say Mauritania. Aba ebefa Niger. I enter Nigeria territories. Aba. And also so for Burkina side there. Obeko through the Mali app. Wherever of factory Europe ebefa North African. Ediabe room. Yatini nyase. Now by year and bush the year no whatever took place there, I will not talk. It's okay. But I'm not bullshit. Part of the controversial protocol which President Kufuor agreed, and it was not different from Wallace. What's the name? Clinton, never hold just 2 minutes. All the director, the security or the head of security of Kotoka International Airport, where I can managing, but so Tia, and I will be Tia. At that time, who was the colonel in charge of security of Kotoka International Airport? Yeah,
Canon.
Canon in charge. American sergeant can get the hell out of here. And agreement now signing down a signing here. Bush Kotama Kinusuno. Obia Tama Kinusubia, except President Kufuor and the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Obia di mechi and facing the US President. But you will understand what it means. What do I need head down? Immigration or airport, customs or airport, security detail or airport, aviation for Obia di mechi and President Bush. Now, you were coming with culture assembly. And you know, it was then monitored by Ebo Apia under the National Cultural Assembly nearby. America for Eba Eddie Ono President Eba Tama Kenosono. Now Ono Boketi at the VVIP lounge anymore. And almost Sunday Ono coming. And come on, so no question even Shanina and Kofone Bono. Sanctioning a corrector. And a Kamano, I rejected Trinity too.
Top radio back.
US in Gramano,
I rejected San Antonio or Montina or Nassan Trinity. You know, Chinese Diana. And Sabani Kiki. I want to say US Army, will you second knife, Ella, will you Chinin or do war and you or war and you drum me? Won't go to say Bapia.
The okay, no correct.
Many say, from the Bapia, Mukobi, on the coordinate here. Almost Antonini to not quite boot to get a hair out of here. Many say, President Kufuor as Mukobi. Then he works with him on the red carpet. You tape now, President Kufuor, or no call about the same, will do the way to me to George Bush do one, our 10 year have a handshake with His Excellency the President. Bidding him goodbye. Now, President Kufuor, no journalists, you do good truck for a use of your friends. I do say, tipper truck and your car, and you do Jina Park, Tama Kenoso, and America, US Marine, a cabinet. VVIP, now, President Bush himself, as US President, or no Kwakotani came out, he has to go through the back, not the front of the car. Into a local back, only he has to stand there and wait for instructions from the United States of America, State Department, State Security, CIA, all collaborated security agencies. I'm a signal and send it to me. Bush call Hana and Coco Blue car, Coco Tracker. What do I know, Sinante? Boys and Flamboyant. We do an officer. Stop. Stop. They're just common sergeant. They're instructing my original. Then you have to receive or communicate into your instructions. Will be a door now or the Nisa. So I make up or the Nisa to my pump. What can I say? And send what to all this while will be example to be or the Mechi and I share the apostle.
Very well. Live on top 103.120.
Now, yet to no sono, Yebisa Al-Wahab Farouk said, what is the implication on a Captain Ibrahim Traore and I think President John Dramani Mahama Omanyon Kofa Omofa with a international friendship via Yewadada with the United States, the UK, and other countries? No, Omubunfu because I'm only the president of Russia, Enka, and I think Burkina Faso president, Captain Ibrahim Traore, and also aligned with Russia. Ghana. So, Captain Ibrahim Traore, normalize the ties here, and for implications via Embraer. Now, Al-Wahab Farouk, Ekasai.
5 minutes after 8. Yeah, Farouk Al-Wahab, international diplomatic consultant, and then he didn't come off final point to see. There was some minutes to go. Now, Yamra back, Yan Sam Refi,
yes.
A course. Ye na ye say about US and maybe UK na you for ya Ghana your alliance kaka.
Yes.
No more boom. And Obia so who says they say Russian government and Burkina, boom.
Burkina, Mali.
Yes.
Niger.
On this microphone there.
Burkina, Mali, Niger, and other countries on the continent.
Now, ye American for na boom. And they Burkina president. Aba ye so ye hono. No pistol bo ha watch him say.
Yes.
For all you know, ABI protocol we say. Enti no ma omo church security experts say nye we say. According to you, omabon. For all you know, ABI enough bullet crash in there. Enim. Enti say America for. Ye ni so mo president so no. Ayo mo team visit Ghana. America for who say no. John Mahama wabe. One sa brantie yi a one Russian president Ifibumi ti say omo ye close e dey na e ka kire yen no friendship na be ko say
okay Ghana for your code idea you show the euphoria, you show the noise, the jamboree, you intie the okoso President Mahama inaugural address no as you okay you say a lot of Ghanaians journalists including you so mantie
ni na sa na woka
mantie
ye ba ya san bebo ati
Ghana mantie Mutia Ghana, I'm educating you and the public. You were post-independent 1957. You were a development your friends partners. Ghana development partners United States one. Or supporting Ghana your military. Or supporting infrastructure, technology and agric. Through the United States aid inside. And I said the US your new agreements here. United Kingdom, UK, or supporting your education, or supporting infrastructure, and then also technology. Your development partner, Japan, or supporting Ghana with technology and other infrastructure and health. Your development partner, Germany, or supporting your Ghana health, or helping your technology, and will help your infrastructure. And your country called Holland. We're a development partner. We have put Ghana Ministry of Interior, Ghana Immigration, and to some extent police in Yamaniama because of the Holland efficiencies in immigration and etc. And your friend saying Canada through the CEDA. And there were 6 permanent countries, only Ghana independent, your friends, development partners, post-independent 1957, only happy as the budget and balance your budget almost couldn't be my since independent only development partners. Now listen to President Mahama or say there is a high possibility, sir, as we speak now, the Ghana's destiny, Ghana will follow the international direction of how this country economy will thrive, will work. But let us look at some interesting things. And he said, you made mention of the G7. I would have said the G20. Because all these countries are development partners. Only outside G7, the Hollands, the UK, the United States, the Japan, the Germans, I got it. Russia, only a development partner. China, only a development partner. President Mahama said, some countries are your development partners form the bigger support to Ghana over the years. All GDP collectively have followed from 36% up to 30%. This President Mahama talking. Now, if you look at the BRICS nation, Russia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, South Africa, Brazil, any other countries, these are the BRICS. Their GDP had gone up sharply to 37%. President Mahama talking. So the destiny of his government, the destiny of Ghana, we look at what will benefit the country and which direction the essence of Ghana's economy will take shape. Ghana for NTA. So what does it tell you? Yes, we acknowledge our developing partners. Yet, the BRICS nations, with China, Russia, Brazil, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Iran, South Africa, and other countries, on GDP arising. So Ghana should not be surprised to know, say President Mahama ebe aligning the government and the economic philosophy, about tilted towards the BRICS. One indications, one is who tell could tell but to tell me, we need our interpretations. What changes what line enti we ma mtete ono ambassadors na mtete ono only the echo. It is not a question of Burkina leader when the President Mahama ever that kind of friendliness. It is not like that, but the president himself as will shut the BRICS Burkina or direct or total BRICS. Now country Mozambique, for instance, yes, your President Filipe Nyusi, Mozambique. President Putin, that was his first visit to African continent. I went to that inauguration. Putin flew from Russia, Ebedu Maputo Airport. He was billed to be the special guest of honor. Our inauguration, I said. Whilst we were on the tarmac, the Kremlin communicated to Putin, say, when to see from the aircraft anymore. But the 80 ministers, the generals, only they went to the immigration park while Putin was in the car, was in his aircraft. Throughout the procedures, he flew back and left his entourage to leave the next day. It was something that has to do with protocols. Countries be Russia, our African continent, maybe a tilt towards Russia, yes, China, I won't call Russia, but BRICS. Emancipation, or all the countries are liberated and emancipated nations, or on the destiny, or on the choice of economy, our persuading, but not notwithstanding. What is between Ghana and these development agencies, partners, it remains intact. Not that withstanding, it doesn't restrict Ghana from doing business with China. Already we are doing business with China. It doesn't restrict Ghana to join the alliance of the BRICS. It does not restrict Ghana to join alliance with China, with Iran, and most of them are part.
Very well.
And Tianti Amasi said, any rubber stamp government, and this gentleman who is the president of today, Opeswaye. Okay. Why a president da? What you say with mistakes? Why president da? When we do a bit about lubricate, anyhow, Opesa or young economy.
So second coming of John Dramani.
Yes.
What are you expecting from him?
I'm expecting one thing. Sir, Obefa strong ministers, not only from his party, but then you should go outside the diaspora community. Okay. The diaspora community means country Korea or the refugees outside Korea. When person are there, Germany, other places, not the bed in the country. Chinese in the 90s, every Chinese outside China was a refugee. When the person are there, when the bed here. Turkish were slaves in Germany. Late up to 1998, every Turkish was a slave in Switzerland or Germany. Women acquire the technology. Wama take your do baby or do. Brazilians were refugees in America. Japan had been a refugee before. All these countries, emerging markets most especially, only call for diaspora. But then the Maxim President Mahama and the Ghanaians said, what to me come for the party activism so percent the government in
very successful.
Whereas said what they can indicate is who system ministers. System ministers does not mean sister activists of NDC. Sister official ministers with Ghanaians collective. Said Blaster who said let me call for Ghanaian born outside. Emmanuel Babo Blaster what stopped Ghana government and for that matter His Excellency President Mahama
to do same
because said international organizations around the world, world-best universities, most of the lecturers, head of departments of especially medical field, South Africa, head of orthopedic, the best orthopedic, they are all Ghanaians. What stops you from picking any of them? Let them come and challenge and do business with Ghana. We do not do that. because president in betrayal abehwe the party activists no more ministerial posts. When they go into the ministries, they only know say doing politics, but not to do the business of the day. That one is my expectation, sir. President Onye. Another area.
Onye and Onye.
Ma Onye sir. Yes, no
do that. Okay.
Also the Ghanaians at large.
Okay.
Your professions will come. The study, the knowledge partner of every presidency is your university.
The last time I said, your friends are Cadman Mills. Oh, Muna, I am a band of Ghana. Your friends are World Bank.
Yes.
Almost say Ghana free good one. Our more very experienced or more if you can go there and bring them in to support Ghana will go forward.
Let me give you one thing. Alassane Ouattara, President of the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire, only Côte d'Ivoire blood relations were not Ivorian. It was then before Boignan, President of la Côte d'Ivoire. Now Côte d'Ivoire were burdened with the car. French farmer car a Kumunu. And you call UN General Assembly. And you call World Bank Copeska. Or call them, and you call to say, there is a certain person called Alassane Ouattara who is then a director of World Bank. Only na ye Côte d'Ivoire le mojuma. And now ofe bisa say we dey no sim Burkina Faso. Sir, and how tia na Côte d'Ivoire law say otimi man nationality obi e betima bua country no. And na last occasion say daneme garo listen. And me papa ye farmer e Côte d'Ivoire. E north into Burkina Faso. Me pa chew ma me nkopa World Bank chew. We have permission now, never block Côte d'Ivoire. No more prime minister. So it was an arrangement between the Côte d'Ivoire government of Hofo Boigny and World Bank, and then release Alassane Ouattara and then Maro. And one man from Côte d'Ivoire passport. Or by on a baby sa politique du Ivoirien, politique ivoirité, Côte d'Ivoire politics of who is another nationality politics. Then Côte d'Ivoire, I say, qui est ivoirien, mais est père, ou bien père. Et bien, nous m'avons papa ya ivoirien, on est ivoirien, là, ça, il sait, elle dit non. Et bien, on dit Côte d'Ivoire donne ma bête, ma casse, tu viens de Timon. Et là, on m'a dit prime minister. Et le besoin Côte d'Ivoire économie, le brédiment, au fait gagner. Au fait, oui, on a National Assembly. That is the Speaker of Parliament on the subsidy and a coda bedi ne papa na de ne political father. Obedi adia ni ye no and on be change because of Alassane Ouattara the influence and in the popularity no we say anya adherence in elections on to mano and they could change Côte d'Ivoire nationality law and then Ivoirian seki e pair. It's ni mama ne papa anya adherence na we Côte d'Ivoire and on the pama Alassane Ouattara. Laurent Gbagbo any at the buyer or force you say no. I go your way either your mother or your father. Engineer Alassane Ouattara and qualified. And in the lead of the Côte d'Ivoire to Kwaba say man woman were denouncing the national jazz Burkina Faso. Abaya going and serving the capacity of prime minister. So you cannot render him say on your citizen. And in the this Côte d'Ivoire to Kwaba. So therefore, all what I'm trying to say is that Ghana has so much and so many good qualities, including our universities. So our university here, master's program, PhD program in agriculture. At what point do you go and pick an agri consultant within Malaysia or a polytechnic lecturer? With study partner, with knowledge partner, country Holland. The government of Holland does not take anything from anything than their universities. And to Utrecht University, only the advisory Holland government, what to do with agric, what to do with politics, what to do with governance, what to do with administration, what to do with finance, what to do with that. The university now, a year only, about lectures, our faculty, young boys the same work university, we will bring, we will contribute to our faculty, now the government, not national. Ghana your universities. Will be BM. And once you have your graduate students.
Al-Wahab Farouk atre near or expected from John Dramani Mahama, the second coming. and afenso no NDC amanyoko no ya what say for strong ministers man focus only on people from the MPP and I said the NDC party, and yes more of their business will be like may ye party ajuma nemum on go beyond the party, even beyond the country. There are people across the globe or me Ghana for yeah betimi aboano amano I deliver na me person make asa bebre no yentie senior Al-Wahab Farouk a trend expectation from the second coming of John Dramani Mahama.
Obe disappointed if John Dramani Mahama a failure as a president.
I don't pray to think of.
No, you don't pray that.
Everybody will be disappointed because everybody, including you, we have not had a situation of a president that has received mass support to begin with. His government. Sir, we're not the biggest voluminous your friends MPs out of the parliament, so he has nothing to lose. Now Ghanaians, the problem is only 4 years. Now we are looking at the 4 years. Where does it become from? Where does it begin from? President Mahama, my advice to you, you cannot do all the projects.
Okay.
You cannot fulfill all the manifesto. I have a problem with any of the parties so manifest within 4 years. But your president prioritize 2, 3, 4 things. I will do the castle. Agriculture 1, health you 2, education, security there you don't have any problem with the security. But then the sanitation. President Mama who started with government today about the whole circle, the BR Ebola, the whole Accra, the whole Ghana, Kumasi, everywhere city, the BR Ebola on the principal street, concern circle Asiaho, Shabola Egu Asiaho. So your sanitation is a big problem.
You made mention of 4 things. 4. That's education.
On your education, on your agric health, and on sanitation.
Sanitation.
What
of the corrupt? We say a Ghana for
corruption is a matter of institution. Ghana is supposed not to be a corrupt nation.
But we are in.
We are in because relax. We are in because Ghanaians, including you, and I'm teaching you tonight. There is no country in the world, on the entire world, I produce chartered auditors, chartered accountants more than 250.
Except
not even the United States with all their education, not UK. We don't chartered auditor. Not the best mathematicians, France and the Italians, only chartered auditors. Ghana is the home base, not even the mathematical Indians, not even the smart Chinese. Not even the smarter. China and Ukraine don't have about 1.2 billion population. Only chartered auditors are only paid 250. Ghana war. If you have these people, how does the country become a corrupt nation? Because the principles of accountability, because the institutions are not made to work. But whereas you subject yourself to auditing, the President of the Republic of Ghana and the presidency, including the office of the Chief of Staff, and you're bad. But we say the country thrives on education. And if you have education and your citizens are not healthy, your hospitals, any problem with our health sector, when you healthy citizens are, you are doing nothing. And doing that, what do we need? Food security is a Greek. Ghana is a country that should be able to produce and sell. It's President Mama Saminowa, Kaya de Burkina boy no. Dia tomatoes nkwa. Na make sure say your tomatoes your reserve bank. Ayo cold room. Cold room ni say ni tomatoes. It's any season you to amango. Any season you to watermelon. Any season you to your friend is saying how do you call it? Tomato sugu. So these are the common things, especially the cash crops that fetches money. President Mama, my advice to you, go to Holland. The US, the European Union have rolled out big budget. Send the citizens will be a farm. Any African country be a Biano. Monko, Mama land. But by your food basket, per Ghanaians, we Ministry of Agriculture, Amsterdam, non-co Utrecht, non-co chasing the Holland food basket. Number 4 Holland farmers, and in Ghana for equity of land, no near free. maybe say ministers nipa bi ni Mokoma 9 we don ko Amsterdam for 2 things. Parliamentary education up to now that program every month to be a Holland government or mark say parliament 90,000 for training euros. You have to train MPs. Now we are equipped to the standard so that they can stand on the floor of parliament and debate, proper debate, constructive debate. And to all these things now, we have a lot of Ghanaian diasporans who are well equipped, well informed, well scholarized, well technologically empowered and supported by a hard training from outside. For all by our government, you know, now we enjoy business as usual. Nina me constituency or Dabia. Nina me constituency chairman and I'm here. And one thing, President Mahama, that some of us will not forgive you. Your Ghana, your concurrence, your friends, diplomatic missions, Bebeni, Chicham, and Faso and so. We have over 80 now powered up to about 90 diplomatic missions. A small country like Ghana, you need share embassies in the back. We embassy in Gambia. Now I'm not the diplomats Akubuo. Now the staff will be Bakubu. We need more salary. Now we'll be a Dakar. Now we'll be a Cote d'Ivoire. Now we'll be a Mali. We will be a Burkina Faso. What's our will be a Niger? What's our Abuja? We will be a Togo. We will be Benin. And then I'll say, but who does that? Which country does that? Abu America and Kuala Mexican on the missions are. We call Europe. We are Ghana mission, our brothers. We take care of Brazils, ACP, African Caribbean Pacific, and then the European Union. Obetima double for a career diplomat, a free Accra, Franco diplomatic consular services. You don't need an embassy in Holland. If you have Belgium, you have France, you have Germany, we will be Spain, what will be Malta? What is that? And now Central Asia, we are China, why be Malaysia, what could be Singapore, what are you looking for?
John Dramanima.
Al-Wahab Farouk Etwa Nestemson was sending advice to the National Democratic Congress led by John Dramani Mahama. Say Ghana for Ajomatum Amomo massive a year minority in parliament. Now Amo promises no. Within 4 years, no, enya dia ombetimi a deliver ninyina. And into no, I'm prioritize it enyama at 9, which is health, education, agriculture, and affairs, no, sanitation. Genties and I will have for Rubekaness.
Within these 4 years, bet my magic team bia, ebema be forgetting another than Kwakufado.
Well, I don't think any president in any country is to be forgotten. You cannot forget any president. Yes, President Nayado, maybe to you and to me and to the Ghanaians, no, it wasn't too, maybe satisfactory.
Will you advise him to touch our constitution?
Constitution had been already a problem since 1992.
And you did not talk about that one.
We have spoken about it several times because His Excellency President Wallace, as my maker NDC for any paying for, and there those people are more about President Wallace, you know, he has mentioned, say, he didn't read the Constitution because it was too voluminous. The person who interpreted and read the Constitution for him, I am not trusting more than any person that he has ever worked with. Jerry Mecca, or Kasem Way, Madame Ziniye, Chinibu Akobia, Mohammed Alassa. Minya back to Africa was not Ruby. Also, he trusted only one person when it was about the Constitution, and Mr. D.F.Anan. Or Minna Kache, we said, be okay, you must be okay. I say, if you are telling me, say, okay, they are stand with my blood. So Jerry himself didn't read much of the Constitution. But when he sat back and now started reading out of boredom when he was no more president, he realized there were some things he wouldn't have signed. If the Constitution acknowledged, admitted, no, there were problems with the Constitution.
Mayor Bonnie said, "Wo be bahana me Matthew for Ninkomoka." Yes, because on Behame, anytime that you come, and I have 10 minutes to go.
Any problem?
Mamino Mundi in
Go ahead.
Okay, live on top 103.2. And final point is when my name is Governor Usajman, the governor, Mene Farouk Al-Wahab. Anything come on has 0303944864 0303944864 in some waka or see John Dramani Mahama or making sure so be yeah Greek na my yeah health education and sanitation e bia na so wo fofra obeka na me dem say or and some position be a yenya presidential advisor ye be lobby man so obeka dia me first caller e wa homa so hello good evening.
Hello
Sir
akola to get out
nka so minute time 30 seconds
akola to around the piano na mara ko so na mara ko ajina ko na doesn't clear one of my about that how ma to be clear and in study no na omo wa awo mo no omo ni problem no ato ma tiye omo ya fa mo di omo ti ni na na mi ni ti na na obi a ni ta ko ha ni ta ko ni ta omo le ageno omo so se le juma na wa president omo so se president bi ba ko ko na le ko tan ko na I didn't even to search your Montana. So I should visit the hospital. Minister of Health, Minister of Food, Minister of Food, and what that kind of activity was. What the hospital can tell you. If the show will be there, I think it's years, not down more than 20 years. Thank you for at the president. I am doing. That's it. I'm going to go. Remember that. Bye bye.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Oh, we engineer so me we say hello good evening.
Hello.
Yes sir, we didn't be free.
I'm doing this. No justice, no peace.
Say enko.
Yeah, maybe I'm coming. Okay, maybe I'm address. I mean, you can comment. Yeah, best you know, professional prayer, professional the car for the whole region. I don't know if I have that so I can't have a already. I could
Oh, as I say, Obama. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Byron. The governor let the one
Yakasa straight.
And the governor, every penny now say, man, I'm a miniature. No more you need no car. Yes, baby, I'm a bone to one Ghana and Yamano. Oh, Yamano, the mistake, baby, when I said, yes, son. And I feel so agree, you know. So, economy never couldn't even now if you agree. Governor, say, okay, it's a fight city, now it's me come at it, now it's me come to tomatoes, maybe. No, it's me the taste to me come to Banchi, and after body, now it's me go for. Governor, so you talk about the penny, a crazy corner, which me the demo auto. It's a Greek one, ocean here, ocean pan, I say, so every region crown, a bit my six farm crown, one of my, a bit more woman. So, Governor, so it's a scanner, so called Domina, so called Tajik to Trivia, not the best year. Just a sky, get you another Tajik to Trivia. It's a who over the ground, and it's me, yes. But so it's a sky to Trivia, no more the Breno to meet the bar, and the year Gani, the Grana, just a whole. It's a Greek one, I say, yes, I want some Kalipa, six family, they say to me, the whole region in that year. Young man,
Hello, good evening.
Hi,
Pacho Hwane.
I just want to put in some Pacho Papa, I had your pa, and you make a little. Ghana, you saw how. But who said, if you get a little talk on Nigeria, I could show you the Nigeria to Ghana, and we cannot more expected. They are some of the public camera. But some of them are really here. Let me that person looking now, maybe I can say, if you have your book, you must say, yes, you can do it. It's not more than a little bit. Our first thing is, someone will come to the bottom. If you never go out and to the car, then the performance is
I say, hello, good evening. Oh, sorry, we ain't to mention us. 0303944864. You're here and facing the entrance. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Governor.
Pacho Maminti away.
Governor, I'm going to see you.
Come to you.
we Omega find out to you.
Mega Fogum Yanko.
Yeah, Papa, then I suppose. That's all canon. Yes, the two more of the tree. If she the best, then say, yeah, or Governor Mamma and non Tamara, no Macas, and yes, you're
Say, never enemy of Grand Forma.
I you there upon the top, say, I own Tamara. Now, Cassani, yes, you have to do better way of the but that's it.
Never kind. That's it. Hello, good evening. Now, my family calls in easy. Hello, good evening. Very bad. Me picky ways. Hello, good evening, the last caller.
Good evening, the governor.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you know that's one.
Yes, my mean way.
Oh, panelists they were being.
So I'm catch them.
I put another much of Mahama concerning the three thematic areas: agri, health, and education. Mahama and you know, no board more address. So to me, now be a kumaton yama. I don't know that's one another thing. Ever have a paper. I blood their chinobra.
Mate, me that was it.
And also,
oh, sorry, Mama, what I said. Last caller. Hello, good evening.
hello, good evening. The one side where you say,
Patrick, who you want it?
it's from here.
About you and Patrick, my way.
But I agree to tell me the problem with your Kamalaka. Again, don't know why you're so man come up from it. Ain't you know, say, you need your Ghana for your belly, young son. It's in for you, it's better to so your dear group, they take you Ghana, no more than about 5 years to twice. But on the actual go now, into the actual go, the piano, the bar, on the map, the block from the one in Cameroon, no my Jelso, oh, Malakane, Abishini, the dear Mutua, dear Granny, that's on the way, I'll no move to. I don't know more upon the fact you know to say so. And then say, "Come on, and Kaja, and your family did share a thing like this, and then shall." What would be mean that you grab back? No more than you so now.
I mean,
we
now, me fall for BM. I can't just 3 minutes and I'm in Farouk. Sorry, but Farouk,
yes.
On sanitation. Yes, I say sanitation.
It's so sad.
It's my the sanitation. No, I'm a one person, and you tracker. So why I didn't I say you blame? I mean the president.
What are you talking about? The president's work is not to do anything. Only accountant. He is not the one going to do any auditor. Accountant general, no. Minister of Finance, no. And Agric Minister, no. Minister of Defense and no. He has only 3 contracts with Ghanaians: monitoring, supervision, and control. It's 1 year there. Now you might show me some. When you say that, we blame you.
If you happen to be the sanitation minister and a local government minister, I don't have it.
The first thing that you got to do, country, FDIs, foreign direct investors co country be we should first and foremost the cleanliness of the country. Accra is rated among one of the most poorest nations on the continent of Africa in terms of neatness. Poorest. One of the dirtiest cities. We should not look at Accra as a cantonment, Laboni. We should not look at Airport Hills. We should not look at East Legon. You look at the larger part of Accra. Now look at your center city. Country Ben Woman downtown. I have friend Accra. Now your market. Etimakolo, Etripu. In front of even the police regional headquarters. Your town and Yama police regional headquarters. Yafa main road. Yafa Bibushi. After Central Accra. Kaneshi market. Main road, you have vehicular traffic problem. Now La Paz, yet Makati road off. Now she ball nipa the semi IEC road. Now Sauka see their contract among nipa bakwa. Shame unto all the governments that we've had. Without mentioning the name of any company, but you know.
Yes.
Say yet number one company. Now on energy contract we check it back correctly every month. Now we under the circle. Kwame Nkrumah circle. Share and comfort the home. Now she ball out my Kwame Nkrumah circle. Shabola o ma yegu Accra North Circle Post Office anymore. Shabola o ma yegu Kaneshi Makodoko High Street. Main road. We have AMA boss Greater Accra in the name of politics. President Mahama, if you could not do anything at all, leave Ghana at the end of your 4 years and ask Paul Kagame how he did. Ask of Traore what he's doing with sanitation in Ouagadougou. Ask of Botswana presidents. Ask of Namibia presidents. Ask of other countries, including Kenya. Let's say the country. And they inquire Addis Ababa. Ghana should be ahead of Addis Ababa.
Before Beso, we say, Governor, please talk to your management to talk to this man for him to be in your studios or your program every week, and you make sure we listen to him all the time. Yeah, that's we also the Fitema and yeah. We say Accra Kumasi Road. We need to fix the road. Yes, of course. President John Dramani Mahama, especially Ama Saman to and Sawamono, make sure so be complete. Yena sa do a carriage na nkrofo ise nkomo ye no. But modern nkoko ba.
Al-Wahab Farouk Akasa that would see and some he makes sense. Yansa na dwene abobil or dim dear. Ya what I say President John Dramani Mahama wantimi anya shekra na only leave Ghana the cleanest city as one of the cleanest city in Africa. Madam Kasa beso subscribe to channel no bell notification no share my afofro esa and kabi comment section ho how they were venture aba and someone I will have Farouk Eka efa education, sanitation, agriculture, any other one akano wosusu yene say wo bi ka ho ya wo pese John Dramani Mahama and I so NDC amanyo kuno entache and as a won so suggestion is say then now bet me I suggest ama President John Dramani Mahama ye be share in the next video makra
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase na so far so good say open online portal e wo Ghana nipa share nipa follow nipa comment here to my best of knowledge without any biases PENDREAM TV